Hey guys, welcome back to the past again. Today is Thursday, August 15th, 2019. I finally got my home study approved. So it was approved, wait, let me backtrack. So sometime in July, no, August. I think it was August like 2nd or something like that. I ran to my agency in Calgary, signed my updated home study because they had done so many stuff like needing my new police clearance and needing my new medical and all that stuff, and just updates in general. They had me re-sign a copy because there was just so much that changed, because it took forever. Anyway, so they had me sign that, then they sent it off to the government, which they had told me when I was signing it, before I signed it, that it was approved pending me signing it. So I signed it, sent it off. They got it, they approved it as of August 12th, and sent it off, obviously right away, because today's the 15th, and it arrived. So, super excited to get that in the mail today. Right away, I went through it, just quickly made sure that things were stamped and everything, and then looked at my dossier list and went, okay, what do I still need to do? Emailed my agency, my coordinating agency for Bulgaria, and said, hey, got my letter of approval. They called right away, and we went over my dossier list and fees and timelines for things, because I was saying to them, my biggest fear is that I submit too soon and then things happen too fast and then I don't have money in time. And so we kind of went over like the minimum wait times, which was great because a lot of what he was saying, he's like, this is the minimum, but it's not, that's like not gonna happen. So I felt a lot more comfortable about submitting a lot sooner. I was worried that I was gonna have to wait till November to submit, just because of the way fees go, but he he told me it'll take about a week for them to do a whole bunch of stuff with legalizing and authorizing and notarizing and whatnot once I send it to them, and then it'll take a couple weeks for them to translate everything, and then a couple weeks for them to get it into the system. So I'm looking about 6 weeks minimum to actually be registered. And then even if I get a referral right away, he said by the time they translate all the documents and actually give me that referral, we're looking at about a month. So I'm looking at about 10 weeks minimum for my timeline for being able to get things figured out. Fee reduction is actually higher than what I originally had been told, or I had thought that I had been told. I didn't actually have it written down, I just had a number in my head. So that was perfect. And then I said to him, okay, well, is that coming from this fee that I'm worried about, or is it for the court fee, or both, or whatnot? So he's going to get back to me on that, because if it is all coming off of the fee that I'm worried about, I will submit like by September 1st. Like my goal is August 30th. If it is coming off of partially from this one, partially from the other one, I'm going to wait till mid-September. I just don't want to push myself to like the absolute limit. Especially recently I've been seeing people's court happen really fast too, which scares the crap out of me. I know it'll work out in the end. I know that we'll figure things out, but I want to submit as soon as possible without putting myself in a position where I'm screwed. If I submit September 1st, well, August 30th is when I would mail it off, so they would get it September 1st. November 10th was like the absolute minimum of when things would be due, and I would end up being $390 short, which would be fine because I would find that money somewhere. Someone would lend it to me, and I would only need it till November 25th when I got paid. If that fee reduction does not happen, if it's like split up, I will submit, I think it was like the 13th of September, 16th of September. I was going to mail it on the 13th for them to get it on around the 16th, and then that would put me to the November 25th, and then I would still be around $300 and something short, but then I could just borrow it from that November 25th to the December 25th, which actually would be less than that because I get paid before December 25th because it's a holiday. But anyway, so kind of just looking at doing that, because again, I think it was like $310. I can find someone to lend me $310 for a month. I mentioned to a friend, and she's like, me? I'm like, yeah, exactly. My mom, my brother, I shouldn't say my mom, my parents, my brother, friends, like, that's not a lot of money to be asking for. It's not like I'm asking for $4,000 or something. And that's kind of where me submitting September 1st, if that amount isn't full for that second fee, it's a lot harder, because then I would need like $3,000, which is a lot harder to ask someone for than to ask them for $300. So I'm really excited, though. It means a lot to be able to submit a lot sooner. Of course, things could go crazy fast and things be totally not 10 weeks and whatnot, but fingers crossed this is how it works out. And ideally, I would like it to work out that I can go on trip 1 during my Christmas break. That second week off, the one that goes over like my birthday, over New Year's, would be perfect, because then I wouldn't have to take any time off work. It's a bit more expensive to travel, but I wouldn't have to take any time off work during that time, and that means I could maybe tack on my personal days. The sun is setting. Clouds are coming. Anyway, then I could tack on my personal days to the end of that and maybe have like an extra day or 2 to catch up on sleep, because I'm going to be jet lagged like crazy. So for the first time in forever, I'm actually optimistic that things might actually work out. I'm super excited with how things went with my dossier being like done. I literally had to print 2 things. No, one thing. And then there was 3 documents that I had to sign. So that was like super easy. So yeah, I'm glad that's done. Finally, fingers crossed things are going well. There were a couple little girls that I was looking at. One I really, really loved. However, her medical needs don't match my home study completely. So my options were to not go for her or to update my home study. And if you've been following my journey, I ain't updating my home study no more. So, sorry, I love this little girl, but I hope she finds a family fast, because that weighs heavy on my heart that I cannot update my home study again. I won't survive it. And then there was another little girl that I've been loving her for like 3 months now. But she is not with my agency, so I can't get her file, or I should say she's not with my NGO, which my agency works with. So I can't get her file. And then there's another little girl that I like, not really liking, but she's kind of growing on me, and she is with my NGO. But I basically just have to wait and see how things go with stuff. I might ask about her. I don't know. I gotta figure out the whole fee reduction thing and when I can submit, and then I might ask them how that would work. If they say like that it definitely is that full amount on the second fee, then I will probably inquire right away. If they say it's split, then I might wait until right before I submit, double check that she's still available, and then say, hey, I am interested in her. I don't know. It's just one of those things where I feel pulled to her, but I'm not sure if it's just because I want to be pulled to her because she's something physically that I can see right now, or if I legitimately am pulled to her. So, I don't know. We'll see how things go. I haven't quite decided what's going to happen yet. I have a feeling that if I do select her, things will happen faster. And she's 2 right now. So, I think she turns... I don't actually know when she turns 3. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know when she turns 3. I know when a couple other kids turn different ages, but she is not one of them. So, I'm not too set on her age. I would prefer a kid that's like 1 turning 2, where I could get them home when they are 2 or younger. So I might just let Bulgaria pick. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, home study is approved. Done, 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 done. Yay! So excited. One thing done. Anyway, so next time you see me, hopefully I will have submitted my dossier, like actually, not like just electronically. And I'll have maybe a bit of a timeline for when things are going to happen. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to follow me along on my adoption journey. I wish these videos could be real time, but hey, I'm not allowed to do that. I am just so frustrated by the whole like censorship of this process now, because it doesn't help me, it doesn't help other families, it doesn't help anybody. It really doesn't. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. And until I have a finale of this, I am stuck. with that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you guys later. Bye guys.